Hey, I'm DaveWeLike, and I've got an ID.4 story to tell you. Good times like always, right? These electric cars are complicated, but we always know about the tires being one of the things that you have to repair more frequently. I just didn't anticipate it. This car is 2023, and I've already had to replace the tires once so far, and I think it was an alignment issue, but there's a lot to the story that I don't 100% know. I wasn't the first owner to the car, but when I saw the tires, they looked good enough to me. I think they were Kumos. So I don't know if they're really meant for EVs in the first place, or if they were just kind of cheapo tires that the owner or the car company put on them. So I upgraded to the Michelin Defender 2, which theoretically it's meant for more heavier cars, SUVs, all that jazz. So they also do provide a kind of a quieter ride, which I have really noticed. It's significant, the difference. They don't have foam in them, so that'd be nice to see what that difference is like too, like the Goodyears do. I think those are called electric drive. But yeah, I didn't go with those because of the foam as well. While they're quiet on the road and driving with, but to repair them, if you get a nail in your tire, you might just have to get a new tire altogether. They can't be repaired as easily. So I didn't want that because that sounds like a pain. So I ended up with these guys, and so far everything's going very well with them. I talked with VW, and they did say that, oh yeah, my alignment was off. Of course, doing a tire alignment at VW costs $4.99. I wasn't prepared for that one. Like, I thought the tires were more expensive, but I didn't think the whole tire alignment was going to be that much more. I'm coming from a 2002 Honda CR-V. Everything was, pretty standard and easy to do. But yeah, obviously, once you have all these electronic components, things become crazier and more fine-tuning, blah, 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 and then they can just milk you for everything that you're worth. Also, because as a dealer, too, you can't find anybody who wants to do alignments or can do alignments, has the technology and the equipment to do them in the first place. So that's what I was running on into. I didn't buy the tires through the dealer. I found a Black Friday deal that was like $100 off for the tires. In addition to that, if you get our credit card, you get another $100, so $200 off. I'm like, well, the tires cost $1,400, so let's do that. So yeah, it was like $1,200 for that, plus the $4.99 equates to all my gas savings, just thrown out the window, being an electric car, right? But again, give it time. I'll recoup the costs, I guess, over time. I hope. We'll see. We'll see about that. And, I don't have much rain experience right now with these particular new tires, but I have to assume like the traction's so much better as well. So highly recommend that you check them on out if you're in the tire and need a new tire. Of course, for the ID.4 in particular, it's made in a way where the tires in the front are a different size than the tires in the back. And so I couldn't rotate my tires either. So I just kind of like let my tires go because I didn't want to do the alignment before I got the new tires. And it was just the outer wall of the tires was all messed on up, which, VW again said it was the alignment issue, which it might be, but it also felt like it could have been my driving with the ID.4 being it's electric, it's super fast, it's very fun to turn pretty fast on corners and stuff. So I kind of was doing that, but I also was driving in B mode a lot more. So the car was tilting forward because in B mode, it really like slams on the brakes for regenerative braking purposes. But, I was really driving in that a lot. And then I wasn't coming to a complete stop, then kind of like turning. So I was in B mode and it was just flying on the turns, which was a lot of fun to do. But I'm sure tilting forward down on the hood, then, if you make a turn, a lot of pressure is going to left or the right tire. So I'm sure that's what kind of was happening too, in addition to the alignment issue. I think Kumo, those particular tires had a warranty of like 40,000 miles, and my car itself is, I think I replaced them around 22,000 miles, so barely got anything out of them. So I would highly recommend just being aware of that, of your tires in the first place, seeing what brand you have, seeing what kind of tires they are, and just being prepared for that kind of an expense, because it sucks. That really sucks. But anyway, love the new tires. What can I say? So yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Has this happened to you so far? Maybe I'm just, the only one who just got unlucky with it all. So hopefully these tires do last. These tires that I have on right now, I think the warranty is around 80,000 miles. So if I get 40,000, then I guess it kind of worked on out. I hope I get double from what I, got with the last set of tires, but you never know until you see how it goes. I have noticed that a lot of people online were saying, oh yeah, these tires are heavier, so you're gonna get less miles with them. And maybe that's slightly true with my previous tires, but also they were just so worn as it was, so that could have been affecting mileage too. But from what I've seen, driving in the neighborhood, I could, if I really, really like turn off the air conditioning and focus on driving as smooth as possible, I could get like above 5 miles per kilowatt hour. It's hard, but it's possible. The highway speeds of 70 miles an hour plus, I mean, that'll tank it. That'll be in the threes easily. So you're not going to get a lot of miles that way, but that's how that one goes. So something to keep in mind. I would say it's really hot in this car, so I'm going to head on out. I can't do it anymore. But yeah, again, let me know how your experience has gone so far. I'll see you all in the next video. Hit that subscribe button, and peace.